Hi everyone, thanks for joining me here on Herzography. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about creating your own variable neutral density filter. Variable neutral density filters have been and still are fairly expensive. I'm not sure exactly how much they're going for, but here is a variable ND that I have. It's a 52 millimeter, and this one is from Heliopan. So a variable ND has two filters inside of it, and after you screw this onto your camera lens, and as you turn the front filter, you'll see you start to get that variable ND look. These variable NDs are fairly expensive, and they were the only thing that we had many years ago to create a variable ND. Now, today there are lots of other choices for creating a variable ND that are much more cost effective. Now, the most cost effective way that I have found, and the best way of creating the best image clarity and neutral density for your variable ND, is by taking two linear polarizers. So if you're using a mirrorless camera, of course, you probably want to use a linear polarizer as your standard polarizing filter. And then when you put the two of them together and you turn just the one that's furthest away from your camera, that, you'll see, gives you that variable ND look. And that is pretty cool to put these two filters together and create that variable ND. The linear polarizers from Maven are color neutral. Polarizing filters can give a bit of a color cast. That being said, you can always add a linear polarizer to a circular polarizer like this one. This is a 3-stop ND, so it's already going to have a little bit of darkness to it. Not sure if you can see what's going on there, but it is darkening a little bit from the 3-stop and beyond. So you have extra flexibility when you use a linear polarizer on one of the other dark polarizers that you can purchase from Maven. Now, of course, many of you probably already have like a circular polarizer and say, well, what do I do then? I've got a circular polarizer that I spent a lot of money on, but I want a variable ND. Well, in that case, all you would need to purchase is a linear polarizer. And so once you put that on, you'll see that now your circular polarizer has become a variable ND filter along with a polarizer filter. So the way this works on your camera is I'll just take the circular polarizer and just pop it onto the camera. Now I'll take the linear polarizer and just turn it on the front, and it works just perfect. Now you're not going to see the effect because it's on the lens, but sure enough, as you turn it, it is just going to get darker like that. So I've created my own variable ND filter from two polarizers, a circular and a linear, or two linear polarizers, whatever combination you want for yourself, great. If you have a mirrorless camera, as I mentioned before, you really only need linear polarizers. There's no reason to have a circular polarizer, because the circular polarizer is a linear polarizer with another piece of glass. I've explained that previously, but there's two pieces of glass in here that you can get a color shift from the circular polarizer. I'm not sure why you would want to do that. The circular polarizers have only been developed for DSLRs. So I've converted, I only have mirrorless cameras. The circular polarizer for me stays in a drawer. There's no reason for it to come out with me. I'd rather just take two linear polarizers out in the field and use them, because then I have the perfect combination, and as well as being able to take the linear polarizer and pop it on a dark circular polarizer to get that variable ND on one of these other dark polarizers, or just by using two linear polarizers. So that's all that works in creating your own variable ND filter. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos real soon. Bye for now.